This video is brought to you by my lovely patrons over on Patreon. If you'd like to support this channel and get some pretty nifty perks such as exclusive weekly audios and novel readings, the link is in the description.
So, this is still your favorite place, huh?
No way. I get to ask the questions, thank you very much. At this moment in time, I get to ask the questions. I'm not the one who just randomly showed up here after 5 years. I get to ask the questions because that is you in this current moment. So, this is still your favorite place here? I mean, I kind of knew. I just wanted to hear you say it. Do you remember our second time we came here? Because it's corny, right? Everyone's like, oh, do you remember the first time we came here? It's like, of course, I remember the first time going to a significant landmark with the person that I care about the most. The real question is, do you remember the second time? And we drank that milkshake in seconds. And then the rest is history. I'm glad that you remember. Of course I remember. Come on. I may have been a lot of things. Stubborn, boneheaded, a little bit of a numbnuts, but an elephant never forgets. I don't know why I said it. It sounded way better coming out in my brain than it did actually out of my mouth. I'm over here trying to be like all mysterious and kind of like a little suave, and you're out here just calling me out on my BS, which, I mean, rightfully so. I guess some things don't change. You still have not... Oh, no, you did. You did. No, because in my mind, I had a second question prepared, which I'm going to ask you now. But I thought in my mind I'd already asked that question. But I guess other thing that doesn't change, I just get caught up in you sometimes. So. Right. Yeah, the second question is, what are you doing here? No, of course. Anyone can come back to visit their hometown. I am not insinuating that that's not a normal thing for someone to do. It is not a normal thing for you to do. I have seen you. I know you better than most people. I would argue 99% of people, because I can't know you better than Mildred. How's she doing? I know. She told you that? So embarrassing. What can I say? Bridge Club is fun. It is really fun. It is so much fun. I went, like, she invited me one time, and I went, and in the car there, I was like, this is gonna be boring. It's just gonna be a bunch of old ladies just kind of doing stuff and playing games. And I am now a regular, and I'm proud to admit it personally. I'm very proud to admit it. So, what are you doing here? Back as in just visiting back to see the family back? Or back as in you are here for a prolonged period because of some tragedy that has fallen upon your family or friend? Or back as in permanently back for the foreseeable future? No, I don't know, believe it or not. She knows it's a touchy subject. And I don't want to, like, be weird and get information about you through your mom when it's something you probably don't want me to know. I'm not that type of guy at all whatsoever. I'm not someone who will invade privacy. I did not become friends with your mom and join her very lovely bridge club and also her book club, but we're not going to talk about that right now. To get information about my ex-best friend that doesn't talk to me anymore. I did it because she's a wonderful woman, as you and I can both agree on, and it's genuinely so much fun. So yes, I do not know the answer to that, but I would like the answer to that if you are comfortable giving that answer to me. Okay. Sorry, that was genuinely involuntary. Kind of just felt a shiver go up my spine. Yeah. We're not going to talk about that, at least for a little bit. So, why? Why? What permanent? First of all, where are you living? No. I'm not laughing at you at all. I'm not laughing at you at all for moving back in with your folks. That's nothing like that. I'm laughing because I know you as a person, and I know your mom as a person, and I know that you're absolutely joining us for bridge. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Once you see how competitive they get, there's money on the line. Is it a lot of money? No, it's not a lot of money, but it is money. And if I know anything about you, then you'll be there for maybe 1 or 2 meetings, and then you'll get suckered in just like I did. So, what brought you back? No way. No way. I had heard news around the rumor mill about that. That is fantastic. Are you kidding me? Riverton? I'm kind of in shock, to be honest with you. No, because I guess I always expected you to be a teacher at some like big shot school that's like a feeder to Harvard or Stanford or something like that. But if I'm being honest with you, the way that we know our way around the campus and all of that, and the way that you're able to connect with kids, and the fact that your mom knows everyone here, and she is such a sociable human being, and you have absolutely taken that aspect of her personality in the genetic lottery. I've always thought you would be perfect there. I'm not lying. Why? What could I possibly be lying for? Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense. Checkmate, liberal. Okay. I can still make you laugh. We are on a good track right now. The fast track, the Amtrak, the A track. That's a music producer, right? I think something like that. I don't know. Yes, you do get to ask me questions now. Yeah. I run the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program in town. Yeah, considering that there's so many military families here, grief is like a huge thing. You know that, obviously. And they were hiring for the manager of the establishment because Mr. Gonzalez passed away. Yeah. No, it was peaceful. Genuinely, it was. If there was a way to go, you never want to go, but if there was a way to go, it would have been that. He was like surrounded by his family and everything. They had one of those choirs, or like groups of people that come to sing at bedsides when a person is passing away, and it was like gorgeous. I saw a recording on Facebook. That's besides the point. Not of him. That would have been weird if they recorded him, but they recorded the group, and they were like, "This is for blah blah blah." Anyways, I'm getting caught up, but yeah, I applied to the position, and I got it, and I get to spend every single day bettering the lives of kids who are in the position that I was as a child, and I get to feel great about providing them with services that I never really got to. And even though I am the manager, I do have like a couple kids that I actively work with. It's the best job I could have ever asked for. I'm literally honored, and I feel wonderful every single day that I get to do it. Oh, you knew it? You knew it too? Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. I I get it. That's very kind of you to say, even if I do feel it was a little bit pointed back at me. But that's fine. That's all right. So, do we want to keep the whole catch-up thing going on, or do we actually want to take out the shovel and dig a little deeper? I'm not saying that in a judgmental way. Either way is fine with me. I am just happy that I am talking to you for the first time in 5 years and seeing you for the first time in 5 years. It wasn't meant to be a pointed comment, but if you must know, yes, that is maybe the direction I would have liked to take this. I just don't get it. And I never did. And even though she never fed me the reason why or betrayed your trust or anything like that, I could tell that she didn't understand either. Like, it's such an oddity for you to be lifelong, for anyone to be lifelong friends with someone and then just indiscernibly in the blink of an eye just cut them off. That's not something you see happen every day. So I never thought that you didn't have a good reason for it, because I know you, and I know that you wouldn't have made a decision that big without an actual thing fueling it that made logical sense in your head. I guess I just didn't, I couldn't figure it out. I spent weeks just sitting on that couch, looking up at the ceiling, imagining one of those boards in my head from like criminal shows where they have all the pictures all over and there's the red string and it's like connecting all the dots, and I could not put it together for the life of me. So no, you don't owe me an explanation as to why. I would never ask you that or like demand it from you. If you want to tell me, you can. The fact that you're here and you're talking to me, obviously, this is both of our favorite spots. You couldn't have known that I come here twice every week to reminisce on things. Yeah. Of course I do. You were the best. You were part of all of the best memories that I had from my adolescence. It's not something that is easily disposable to me. And as much as I said, I love the job that I'm doing now. I make great memories helping people every single day. But despite that, those memories with you still supersede those. So that's got to tell you something. So yeah. Why'd you cut me off? No, I never thought that even for a second. I know it couldn't have been an easy decision. Like I kind of said, sorry, yeah. All right. Okay. No. I'm not freaking out. I have played this conversation over and over in my head for 5 years now, but that's never one of the options I played out. And that, I guess, would make sense why you did that. I just think that... Oh, God, do I even know what I think? I do know what I think about the base level of what you just said, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm so nervous I can't even articulate myself. Just give me 1 second. I promise this is not a bad thing, so please don't try and leave. Unless you genuinely feel uncomfortable and you don't want to continue this conversation, you can leave, but like, don't leave on my account. Just I'm gathering myself. I am not in the same boat as you. I know the double negative is stupid, but I feel like that's more apt than saying I am in the same boat. Let me explain why. There were points during our friendship where I genuinely just saw you as a best friend, and then there were points where those feelings that you're describing infiltrated me as well, and it'd be like 2-year blocks. So like when I first met you, when we were like 4 to 6, I didn't even know what love was, but I was infatuated with you as a person. That's why I followed you around all the time. That's why we were inseparable. From 6 to 8, I was like, you get these thoughts in your head. People start talking about cooties. People start talking about girls are gross type thing, and like I bought into it a little bit. But I still knew that like I wanted to be near you, like as a friend, stuff like that. Then, and it just kind of went on and off. Like a couple years in high school, I was like, this is the woman that I want to marry. And a couple years, I was like, I don't want to be seen as someone who's just like friends with you in order to be like progress to romantic endeavors. I don't know if that makes sense, but it probably doesn't, but that's how screwed up my mind was, because I would think about it a lot. And then you left, and it was like the minute that I went to your house and you weren't there, and your mom was like, she's gone, she's in New York, she moved for a job. It was like immediately all of the other half went away. And I solely became, this is my life partner. This is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. So I don't want you to feel bad, even for a second, because in a way, I don't think I would have ever come to that conclusion if I hadn't experienced what it was like with you gone in any capacity in my life. And it was a nightmare, and I hated it. And the first year, I was like, just straight up depressed. I went to work, I came home, and then nothing. Maybe I played video games a little bit. Maybe I listened to music a little bit. Nothing significant, though. You know? And so there you go. I didn't even answer I didn't even like really say, yeah, I like you a lot. I really, 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 really like you a lot. You are a wonderful human being that is precious in every sense of the word. You are stunning. You are smart. You are funny. You are everything that I am looking for in a person, regardless of it being a best friend or a partner in life. But if you want to be that ladder with me, I would be the luckiest and happiest person to exist on our plane of existence in this moment right now. Yeah. Yeah. It was, yeah. So you ready for the big question? It's a big question. Are we going to tell your mom? Oh, heck yes. Heck yes. Just it's on Wednesday. So you just show up and we just pretend we've been like totally fine. Yeah. She will. She'll love that. Yeah, she will. There's a part of her that will absolutely not like it, but there's a part of her that she will just adore.